It's James here from GoodGuitarist.com, and today we're going to learn how to play Somewhere Over the Rainbow, and we're going to be doing a really famous version by, I'll probably mispronounce it, so let's just say Israel K. I'll write it out here. And this is a super famous version of the tune that's a lot simpler. It just uses some basic chords, most common strumming pattern ever. Let's just take a quick look at what we'll be learning.
Way up high, and the dreams that you dream of once in a lullaby. Ooh.
Let's just dive right in and take a look at the verse. I'm going to write out the chords. We're starting off on a C chord and going into E minor, and to make the switch a little bit easier, we'll leave our middle finger down, and that way we can just rotate into our E minor chord. And if you're not super comfortable with these chord shapes like C, E minor, etc., I have a free ebook. It's completely free for all my subscribers. I'll put a link down below, and I recommend checking that out for your chord switching, strumming, all the fundamentals of guitar. It's really going to help you out. Anyways, we're switching from C into E minor. Then we go to F, which normally is a bar chord, but we're going to play it in a simpler way like this. It still sounds pretty good compared to the full bar chord. My index is on the first fret of the B string. My middle finger is on the second fret of the G string. My pinky finger goes on the third fret of the D string, and my ring finger is just above that on the third fret of the A string. My thumb is lightly touching the thickest string. It doesn't have to be way over it. It just has to lightly touch it. That way it's muted, or else the chord sounds like that. And then we're switching into C, and this is another simple switch if you leave down your index and your ring finger. So I have my F, I'm leaving my index and ring finger down, and I just move my middle finger to the second fret of the D string. That gives me my C chord. And then we go from F to C again. So it's a good idea to practice that switch a few times. And then we go to G, and I like to play G this way, with my ring finger on the third fret of the thickest string and my pinky finger on the third fret of the thinnest string. Because I'm coming from a C chord, and that's a really easy switch when you do it that way, because you're just moving your ring finger over to the thickest string and adding your pinky. And then I'm going to go to an A minor chord out of G. And once again, since my index finger is hovering over the first fret of the B string, I can quickly get that finger down and pivot into A minor from this simpler version of G. And from A minor, we go into an F chord. We're going to leave our index down and make our F chord. So there's a lot of little tricks, and that's the kind of stuff I go over in that free ebook. So I recommend checking that out if you want to get your chord switching just a little bit sharper, and get everything kind of working, get that muscle memory working. Anyways, those are the chords for the verse, and I recommend trying them with just downstrokes only at first, just to make sure you're getting the switching right. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, counting to 4 2 times per shape. E minor, 2, 3, 4, 1. And you can see all the chords written out here. You can just pause the video and try that, or you can write this down and try it later. Because I notice when you print off the chords and lyrics from the random website on the internet, it doesn't necessarily tell you play this chord this exact number of times. So that's the missing element. Write this down on that piece of paper, and that'll help you work through the switches and make sure you're playing every chord the right number of times. It's also a great opportunity to practice singing while the rhythm is really simplified and just downstrokes only, And speaking of rhythm, let's take a look at the strumming pattern now. It goes like this. That's the most common strumming pattern ever, but I'm playing it with a swing feel. First, we'll break it down and get the strokes. I'm going to mute the strings with my chord hand, and I'll play the pattern slowly. 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Let's break it down. The first half goes down, down, up, 3, 4. Down, down, up, 3, 4. And notice I'm counting 3, 4. I'm moving my arm down as I say the numbers. That's really important to keep your arm moving down on the numbers and up on the ands. And to count it out and practice it just like I did. Instead of just going down, down, up, down, down, up. That's not the same thing as down, down, up, 3, 4. And then we can take a look at the second half. We're going to count 1, 2, miss, up, down, up. 1, 2, miss, up, down, up. So I'm missing on beat 3 and then going up, down, up. And I'm still counting 1, 2. That's the other part of the pattern that we just practiced. We're counting instead. And once we get both halves, we can put it together going down, down, up, miss, up, down, up. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. You don't have to count it out like that. I'm just doing that for demonstration purposes, but I definitely encourage vocalizing. Even just saying down, down, up, miss, up, down, up. Now, once we're there, we can add that swing feel. And a swing feel is like, it's kind of like the blues thing, like your downstrokes feel a little bit longer. Down, up, down, up, down, up, down. And we add that feeling going down, down, miss, up, down. A little bit quicker. And that's the feel for this tune. And we can apply that to our chord progression. We play this pattern 2 times for every chord shape, going. And notice this song's pretty fast, but I recommend going as slow as you need to make sure it all works out and gradually increasing the tempo. Let's just try this out with our verse nice and slow. I'm going to set my metronome to 92 beats per minute, which once you hear the words come in, that's pretty slow compared to the original recording. But let's just loosen up a little. 1, 2, 3, 4. Somewhere Now, there's one other section of the song, and that is the bridge. It's a lot shorter. We're just going C, E minor, A minor, F, and then we're doing that again. And that's the entire bridge. So it's chords that we're already familiar with, but you might still want to go downstrokes only, 3, 4, just working your way through it. Even singing, wake up where the clouds are far behind, 3, 4, 1. And then when you're ready, you add the strumming pattern to it the exact same way. Now, there's something cool that we can do with our strumming pattern to make it sound more like his recording. We can add a mute instead of a miss on beat 3. So instead of doing this, we can go. So it's a little subtle, but it makes a huge difference. I'm doing the first half of the strumming pattern the exact same way. Down, down, up. And then when I miss the strings on beat 3, instead of just missing the strings, I'm missing them with my pick, but the palm of my hand is lightly touching the strings. Like that. and it stops the sound. And my pick is still in a position to continue the pattern by going up, down, up, down, down, up, mute, up, down, up. And you can even smack the strings there. Like if you just, instead of just lightly muting, you really bring it down. And that creates a cool effect. You know, even as I mute the strings, my pick can even come through the top strings to make that mute into more like of a snare drum kind of effect. And that's just one of those final touches that kind of brings this to the next level. It's not mandatory, but you know, it sounds cool, and it's definitely something you could work on slowly and eventually incorporate into your rendition of this song. One other thing I should mention before we go is that this song has an intro and an outro. Those are optional parts. They have one other chord shape in them. It starts off the same way as the verse, but after the first 4 chords, we go. So we're playing F, E, A minor, F. I'll just write out the chords there. We do it the exact same way, strumming pattern 2 times per chord shape. And at the end of this song, you know, if you just go print off the chords and stuff off the internet, it says repeat and fade out. And there's no such thing as like fading out when you're playing guitar around a campfire, you know. So those are kind of weird instructions. I recommend ending it more like this. Sounds pretty cool when you stop on the E chord. Either way, this song is pretty simple in its construction. It's all about taking time to work out the small details. If you want to play through the entire thing start to finish with me, that's available for members of my website. I'm going to put a link down below for that. Otherwise, don't forget to grab your copy of my free ebook. And if you enjoy learning guitar with me, to please subscribe to the channel, hit the like button, and definitely consider checking out my all access pass, you know, and getting access to all the awesome resources on my website, which include a bunch of step-by-step courses, you know, like full courses that just take you through whatever it is that you want to learn: basic chords and strumming, finger style, more advanced strumming, the blues, you know, and so on and so forth. It's all there, as well as all my YouTube bonuses, like the play along for this song. Anyways, have a fun time practicing, and I'll see you soon.